What you are about to uncover has the potential to change the way you perceive life itself. Everything you have ever considered fixed, your experiences, your achievements, your struggles is, in truth, shaped by something far greater than circumstance. There exists an ancient knowledge, a forgotten power, that not only explains the hidden order of reality, but holds the ability to transform it. And here is the truth. This power was never lost. It has always been within you, silently waiting for the right moment to awaken. If you are hearing these words now, it is no accident. The universe knows that this is the moment when you are ready to reclaim what was always yours. The ancients understood something we are only beginning to remember. Life is not a sequence of random events. It is a mirror, a direct reflection of what you feel, what you believe, and what you project. Their wisdom was not born of superstition, nor of primitive thought. It was a profound science of the spirit. They did not require machines, because they had mastered the far greater instruments of creation, the heart and the mind. What seems extraordinary to us today was simply natural to them. But what many fail to realize is that this power was never reserved for a chosen few. It has been resting, waiting inside you, for the moment you allow yourself to listen deeply. Perhaps that moment is now. Picture your mind as a magnificent, living computer, not one that simply stores information, but one that actively shapes the world around you. Every thought you entertain, every emotion you nurture, sends out silent commands that influence the fabric of reality itself. It may sound astonishing, but this is no new idea. Both ancient spiritual traditions and modern philosophy echo the same truth. Reality is the direct reflection of your internal state. Think about it. How many times have you woken up feeling vibrant and alive, only to see the entire day flow effortlessly in your favor? Or conversely, how often have your inner anxieties and doubts seemed to create an endless chain of external obstacles? This is no mere coincidence. Your consciousness processes vibrations and projects them outward, translating inner energy into outer experience. The ancients knew this deeply, recognizing that the heart and mind were the true engines of creation. In our modern world, science is only now beginning to catch up. One groundbreaking revelation came through the famous double-slit experiment. When subatomic particles were fired through two slits, their behavior changed depending on whether they were observed, unwatched. They moved like waves, fluid and infinite. But the moment they were observed, they collapsed into particles, behaving as if they knew they were being seen. In that moment, everything changed. It was undeniable proof that consciousness does not merely witness reality, it participates in shaping it. It was enough simply to observe, and the behavior of the particles would change. Now bring this understanding closer to home. If microscopic particles respond to the presence of an observer's consciousness, what does that suggest about the world we build around us every single day? Could it be that our deepest, often unconscious beliefs are actively programming this machine we call reality? This is the great convergence where science and spirituality meet. The world you experience is not happening to you. It is emerging from you. Reality, to us, in its essence, is nothing more than a mirror reflecting your internal state. At the heart of every miraculous transformation lies a single, still profound principle. The energy we emit shapes the reality we experience. In drug-free healing clinics where science and spirituality blend, healing is no longer seen as a slow, linear process, but as an immediate manifestation of belief harmonized with feeling. What happens there is not magic, nor is it luck. It is the natural consequence of mastering consciousness. Practitioners do not beg for healing or plead for change. They act as if the healing has already taken place. They chant mantras, project certainty, embody gratitude, and in doing so, they create a resonance that the patient's body naturally absorbs and mirrors. This practice echoes back to ancient traditions, Vedic chants, Tibetan meditations that always understood the sacred power of the heart. The heart is not merely a biological organ, it is the core energetic center of your being. When emotions like love, gratitude, and faith align with clear intention, the heart activates an invisible force that reorganizes matter itself. This is the deeper secret behind the ancient mantras and sacred meditations. They are not just soothing practices for the mind, they are mechanisms to tune the heart's energy to call forth a new reality. The ancients knew what we are only beginning to remember. We are not passive beings living at the mercy of fate. We are co-creators of our own existence. When you believe deeply, you open new doorways of possibility. When you doubt, you halt the current of creation, sabotaging your own desires every moment, whether you realize it or not. You are making a choice, choosing which emotional vibrations to cultivate, choosing which reality to weave into being. And here emerges a powerful reflection. If every emotion is shaping your reality, what stories are you choosing to believe? Because beliefs are not neutral. They don't merely color your perceptions, they quite literally build the structure of your world, brick by invisible brick. There was a time when humanity lived in harmony with these universal laws. These were truths that transcended the physical, that understood the power of the heart and the mind to shape existence. But over time, that sacred knowledge was lost, hidden, or deliberately suppressed. Ancient manuscripts, like those unearthed in Qumran and Nag Hammadi, whisper fragments of this forgotten wisdom, the power to create reality from within, the necessity of feeling the miracle as if it had already occurred. It was never about asking something external for change. It was always about awakening the infinite source that lives within. What was omitted from the great scriptures of the Western world was not an abandonment by the divine, but a human decision, a choice, to veil the limitless potential residing within every soul. Yet, while the West fragmented this wisdom in distant mountains and forgotten monasteries, it was preserved. In the high places of Tibet, monks continue to practice the ancient truth that healing, transformation, and creation all begin within, carried by the energy that flows from the heart. Their meditations and chants are not merely religious rituals, they are practical tools for transformation, capable of altering physical and emotional states at their core. They teach that external reality is nothing more than a mirror, a reflection of what we feel, believe and accept as possible. And what makes this knowledge even more profound is its universality. It does not belong to any single tradition, any specific culture, or any particular time. It pulses within every one of us, waiting to be remembered. Ask yourself, what if everything humanity once lost could still be found? Not by searching outside, but by turning inward. What if the secrets we chase through books and teachings have been deeply rooted within our own being all along? At the very center of that being lies a force often underestimated: the heart. Not merely the physical heart, but the energetic epicenter of an extraordinarily powerful electromagnetic field. one that modern science has only recently begun to appreciate. Studies show that the heart's electromagnetic field is not only stronger than the brain's, it is staggeringly greater. Up to 5,000 times more powerful magnetically and 100 times more powerful electrically. And this field extends far beyond the physical body, creating an invisible, yet very real, connection to everything and everyone around us. The heart acts as both an emitter and a receiver. It broadcasts our internal frequencies to the universe and, simultaneously, tunes into the vibrations that are flowing through existence. When we feel emotions like love, gratitude, or compassion, we emit resonant, life-affirming vibrations that harmonize with the creative forces of the cosmos. In a very real sense, the heart serves as a bridge between the unseen and the tangible, aligning us with the universal forces that shape the fabric of reality across history. Spiritual masters of countless traditions have recognized and consciously applied this force. In the high places of Tibet, monks awaken the heart through meditation, not to beg the universe for miracles, but to commune directly with it, to vibrate as if the miracle has already occurred. They do not pray from lack. They declare from abundance. The same understanding pulses through the ancient Vedas of India, where the heart is described as the dwelling place of the Atman, the divine spark. In this view, connection to the heart is not merely spiritual. It is the act of co-creating reality itself. Masters like Paramahansa Yogananda spoke of transcendence, born from diving deeply into the heart's vibration, dissolving all illusions of separation between the individual soul and the cosmic totality. Stories abound of those who tap this power, like the young man facing a devastating diagnosis, who chose to center himself in love and gratitude. He visualized his body as already healed, felt the vibrant joy of wellness coursing through him, lived as though his health had already been restored. And within months, his recovery left scientists and doctors baffled. Today, we understand that the heart's energetic field can influence the immune system, even reprogram DNA itself. Deep feelings can, quite literally, rewrite biology. The heart doesn't simply feel, it responds. It shapes. It creates. It speaks a language the universe understands without translation. So, the real question becomes, what is your heart saying to the world right now? Because like an antenna, it is always transmitting. When you feel fear, doubt, or anger, you radiate those frequencies and the universe echoes them back. But when you feel love, faith, and gratitude, the response from reality is extraordinary. This is the hidden key that so many search for. It's not just about thinking positively, it's about feeling deeply. The heart is the portal through which the soul's pure desires translate into tangible manifestations. It is the compass pointing the way toward the miraculous, but tuning that compass that is a choice only you can make. It is the sacred act of aligning your inner vibration with the reality you wish to see reflected back to you. The matrix, the universe, in its incomprehensible vastness, offers us a profound and humbling truth. The simple act of observation is enough to transform reality. At the very core of quantum physics, the double-slit experiment shattered long-held assumptions. It revealed that when an observer is present, even particles of light such as photons change their behavior. They cease to move like scattered waves and suddenly collapse into a specific, organized form, as if somehow responding to human attention. This discovery shakes the very foundation of what we believe to be real, suggesting that the physical world is not a fixed, independent entity, but is shaped, in essence, by our consciousness itself. Yet, long before quantum physics gave it a name, ancient cultures already knew this profound truth. Indigenous peoples spoke of the world as a mirror, teaching that what you see around you is but a reflection of what lives within you. In the Toltec tradition, for example, the concept of the dream asserts that each person inhabits a subjective reality molded by their perceptions, beliefs, and emotions. It is not the outer world that must change, it is our inner lens that must be cleansed, sharpened, and awakened. Legendary stories across traditions echo this understanding. In the sacred mountains of Tibet, it is said that spiritual masters once manifested objects, altered environments, and healed the body not through force or trickery, but through the focused power of pure intention. They demonstrated that mastery over consciousness itself was the key to interacting with the very fabric of the universe. Their teachings were simple yet transformative. The universe responds to focus. Wherever we place our attention, wherever we invest our energy, reality begins to bend, mold, and take shape. This brings us to a vital and personal question. What reality are you creating by the gaze you sustain? We are both observers and creators. By changing not only what we look at, but how we look at it, we transform the very foundation of our existence. The invitation is clear: look within. What world do you want to reflect outward? At the same time, another fascinating theory challenges us even further: the idea that we may be living inside a simulation, a matrix, a carefully designed system of learning and evolution. If reality itself is a kind of simulation, then what does that mean for our spiritual existence? Many scientists and philosophers now speculate that life as we know it might be a vast field of experience for the soul, a place to dance through duality, to learn from choice and consequence, and ultimately to remember the innate power to transcend limitation. Ancient spiritual traditions seem to have known this all along. In Hinduism, the concept of Maya speaks of the physical world as an illusion, a fleeting projection of deeper consciousness. In Buddhism, reality is likened to a dream, one that can be transcended through meditation and self-awareness. These practices are not merely disciplines, they are pathways to waking up, stepping beyond the illusion, and reconnecting with the infinite essence of who we are. And why would we choose to come here, to this place of forgetting and rediscovery? Perhaps the answer lies in the idea of spiritual evolution. Every challenge, every heartbreak, every triumph is an invitation to grow, to remember that we are more than flesh and thought. We are fragments of a vast, unified consciousness, exploring and experiencing its own creation. Consider the sacred tools passed down through generations, mantras that harmonize the mind, meditations that bring us back to presence, gratitude practices that elevate our frequency. These are not mere customs. They are ancient keys designed to unlock the doors of the matrix. They are reminders that we are not powerless victims of life. We are conscious creators of it. If life is indeed a simulation, it is not a prison. It is a playground for awakening. The rules can be learned, the codes understood, sabir, and ultimately the game transcended. The knowledge of how to do this has never been lost. It has always lived within you, quietly waiting for the moment you would remember. A story from a small village in the American desert captures this beautifully. During a desperate drought, the elders called upon a wise man to perform a ceremony for rain. But he did not chant long prayers. He did not offer elaborate rituals. He simply stood still, closed his eyes, and took a deep breath. When asked what he was doing, he answered not with word, but with being. He explained, "I felt the rain. I smelled it rising from the wet earth. I heard it striking the rocks. I felt its coolness kissing my skin. I didn't pray for rain. I lived as if it was already here." This simplicity holds the essence of the miracle. The universe does not respond to desperate pleas or begging. It responds to the profound alignment between what we feel and what we desire. This is why practices like gratitude hold such immense and transformative power. When we feel genuine gratitude even before something has manifested, we are sending a clear and vibrant signal to the universe. I trust that I already have all that I need. From this state of profound trust, miracles do not appear as rare. Extraordinary events, they arise as the natural reflection of our internal harmony. In our everyday lives, accessing this power doesn't demand complex ceremonies or secret rituals. It comes through the simplest practices upon waking, before checking your phone. Before stepping into the noise of the day, pause, even if only for a few moments, to feel deep gratitude for the simple fact that you are alive. When facing a challenge, close your eyes, visualize the desired outcome, and allow yourself to feel the joy of already having achieved it. These seemingly small actions create ripples across the energetic field, shaping a reality that harmonizes with your deepest feelings. The heart, simple yet grand, is the true gateway to the ancient knowledge that has never been lost. Every beat echoes the wisdom our ancestors once lived by. That within us lies a force far greater than any external circumstance. To access it, we are invited to return to spiritual practice not out of obligation, but out of remembrance. Meditation connects us to the only real moment, the present, where neither the past nor the future holds any power. Conscious breathing grounds us, silencing the frantic mind so that the heart can finally speak. Creative visualization reminds us that we are co-creators, painting the masterpiece of our lives with every thought, every emotion, every silent wish. These are not just techniques, they are sacred invitations to reunite with what has always been ours: compassion, love, trust, and authenticity. They are more than virtues, they are cosmic keys that open doorways to higher dimensions of existence. It is no coincidence that every spiritual tradition across time and culture emphasize these values. They are not arbitrary, they are the code embedded within the soul's blueprint. Finally, there is something profoundly comforting in realizing that the knowledge we seek outside, across books, teachers, places, has always been quietly alive within us. It doesn't require grand pilgrimages or endless striving. It is present in the silence between two breaths, in the stillness between two thoughts, in the gentle awareness of this very moment. And this sacred wisdom is not reserved for a chosen few. It comes for all who are ready to remember, ready to feel, ready to allow. You don't have to force anything. You don't have to rush. Simply feel, trust, and open yourself. It is in this sacred openness that the universe responds, bringing into your life exactly what your soul already knows is possible. Because deep down, you already carry everything you need. And when this truth finally shines through, the greatness of life becomes inevitable. Before you go, hold on for just a moment longer. We have prepared a very special video that dives even deeper into the transformational truths we have only begun to explore here. It's waiting for you right now on the screen. Don't miss this next step on your journey. Click the video, and I'll meet you there. I look forward to seeing you on the other side.